Right, engage random brain mode. This was a thought that occurred to me when I was halfway down a gin and tonic last night. Here's the cheap tonic water bottle. Look at the bottom. I noticed this as I was pouring out the last bit, as you can imagine. Now, bottom, interesting shape, coaster. Can you see where I'm going with this? Anyway, let's make a silicone inlay of the bottom of this bottle, plonk it in there and see what we can do with it. Interesting shape. So I'm just going to chuck some silicone in there. First thing is, though, make sure it's nice and clean and dry. So I'm going to get a little wipe, give it a clean around. I mean, it's only had tonic water in it, so it should be all right, shouldn't it? There we go. And I'm going to get the silicone and mix it up and chuck it in there. All right, then. We're going to be using some of my favourite silicone. Thank you very much to Resin for sending me a supply again. We've got some little bottles here, look. I don't know how much this is going to take. I tend to mix up a bit too much to be on the safe side usually. Because there's always something else I can do with it. Okay, so this is a one-to-one, nice and easy. It never lets me down. Whenever it's gone wrong, it's because I've fouled up. Something like I haven't stirred it enough. So anyway, I'm going to stir that up and I'll be back with you in a moment. I tend to stir most things far too fast, as you probably know if you watch my videos. And so I introduce a load of bubbles. Now you could put this through one of those bubble removing machines. I've got the Resin's airless and I do use it from time to time, and it's on the odd occasion I really need it. It's very good. However, this stuff degasses really well, so unless you've got a shape that's really awkward and is likely to, that you're taking your mould from, that's likely to trap bubbles underneath it, I don't worry about it. I just go with the flow with the bubbles, and not a problem. They just disappear anyway. So the trick really is to stir really slowly, like this, for a long time. Well, a couple of minutes at least. As I said, I always stir too fast. Make sure you get right into the corners of your pot. I'm using a little paper pot here, but don't forget, most of the pots that you stir things like silicone up in, as long as it's not a silicone pot, you'll be able to just pull out the hardened up silicone afterwards to clean your pot. And pull it straight off your stirrer, so I don't bother trying to clean these little pots out. I just, good grief, that's enough, isn't it? Depends how deep I want to take it. Yeah, I don't bother cleaning them out. I just wait till they're all cured up and then just pull it out. Right, let's see if we can get this out. Should come out really easy, shouldn't it? But I'm going to cut the, as it's only a, bottom of the bottle, I'm just going to cut it open because that should make life easier. Just hope it's not going to split the little... No, we're okay. Oh, look at that. Isn't that adorable? Now, do we need to trim out the... Nice. Now, what's going to be the best way to do this? I think I'm going to get some really nice chameleon powders and paint over it, and then we'll pop it into the back of that. So let's do that first, then I'll get the resin on the go. This one's called Amethyst Ocean, and I can't remember what the brand is, but I'll find the link for you. It's rather nice, I think you'll agree. So let's get a nice brush, and we're just going to brush it all over the mould. You know what, I might do a different colour in the middle. This one looks like it's going to be a really nice bright gold. I know where this one was from. This was from the Tiny Turner. So just a quick clean up. And this is like an interference powder type of thing, isn't it? I think that's what they call them, the ones that look white and then go crazy colours. Look at that. there we go. We're going to plonk this into here, so we need some resin in there. So the resin I'm using is Apex 1 Coat, and this is good for shallower pours really, and doming and things like that as well. It's really good for that. It's a quick curing one. It only takes a couple of hours really. So we're going to pour this in, and then we're just going to pop our bottle bottom flower straight in. Then I've got to decide what to do with the background really, haven't I? So just making sure this is thoroughly stirred up, and I'll be back with you in a moment. My personal preference is for the Apex resins for a number of reasons. One, I don't have any allergic reactions to them, which is obviously a good thing. And two, I find it's just very, very good resin to work with. It seems to not get yellow over time. It degasses easily. It's just reliable, good resin. And thirdly, I just like the customer service that I get from them too. Now, as a result of the fact that I'd pretty much exclusively ended up using the resin from Just For You Online, this Apex resin, I have agreed to become an ambassador for them because, well, hell, I tend to use their stuff exclusively for this sort of thing anyway. As you know, I use lots of brands of most things, but silicone and resin, I tend to have found a couple of preferences and just stick with them. As you know, I use the Let's Resin Silicone exclusively. So there you go. Right, I am going to give that a quick zap with my heat gun, and we'll just to get the last bubbles moving. Okay, so that's going to degas really fast now because it's got some warmth into it. And I'm just going to drop the little flower in. It's quite chunky, that's the only thing. So have I got enough resin in here? I might put a bit more in and then we'll drop it in. There we go, I've got a bit more in there, but it's just occurred to me that the inlay is going to actually displace some of that, so I hope I haven't now got too much. As you can see, the bubbles are dispersing lovely already. The thicker resins, it always is a bit more of a concern, the bubble issue, because being so viscous and the fact they start to cure fast, it doesn't necessarily give time for all of the bubbles to work their way out. However, as I say, I find this one pretty good, and it's despite being a 2-hour cure, which is just ridiculous, isn't it, really? And so I think it's a bit cool in the UK here at the moment. I am dropping a little bit of heat on them. Right, let's see how this goes. Ooh, looks like I judged that just about right. Right, I'm not going to touch that again now. I'm going to leave it because, of course, we'll need a finishing touch of putting black behind that. Is it central? Pretty much. Yeah, we'll put some black behind that in a bit, and then we'll decide what to do with the actual background. But I have left just about enough room to put a final coat in. Yay, go me. Got that right. Okay then. We will be back shortly, well, in a couple of hours, to do our next stage. There we are. Let's see. Oh, and look at that. Oh, got a bubble in the middle. Isn't that funny? Look what's happened. Never mind. Right, I've mixed up some black resin and I'm going to fill in the flower with the black. Well, no, I haven't mixed the black yet. I've mixed resin. I'm about to make it black. There we are. Nice dollop of black liquid pigment. There we are. I've put a bit of heat into this again to try and make it a bit runnier, but I'll just give it another quick whiz. This is doing my head in. The cooler weather here, although it's quite warm upstairs in my house because I'm by a window. I think I'm getting the cold air off the window. That's the problem. I have to get some curtains for it. Just got a little blind at the moment. So yeah, I might have to get is double glazed. It's just crazy, really. Anyway, just going to fill this up. Enough of my house issues. Maybe we need new double glazing. Hope I've got enough here. But this is the idea. You know how when you use chameleon powders and things like that, you get, if you back it with, depending on what colour you've backed it with, you get different effects. Well, clearly I wanted to go for black here, so, because that is typically the one that gets the best effect, the most vibrant. And I'm going to have to mix up a spot more because, as usual, not mixed quite enough. But only a little spot. But basically then I'm just going to be leaving that to cure. And then we will put the backing on it as soon as that's cured up. So I'll just top that up and I will see you for the next stage shortly. I've been thinking hard on what colour to put behind this. And what goes with purple and gold, but is a contrast. I've done stuff with greens a lot in the background lately, but I thought, look at this. I thought, what about this one? So this, I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? Sangria. That's it. And it is from the Essentials glitter set from Just For You online. And I'm rather smitten by it. Going to need quite a lot of glitter, I think, to get the effect that I want. But look how sultry that is. I can see me buying a big tub of this. So just making sure we've got this really well mixed up now. And I'm going to pour it in on the back. We know how to do this, don't we? We do this all the time. Got a few bubbles in there because I was stirring too fast as usual. There we go. That's it. Bubbles dealt with. And here we go. So I'm going to pour it initially round the sides, make sure I've got right up to the edges. Because that's the important bit, isn't it? Then it should flood straight over the black. And we've got our backing. Okay, so I'll be back for the demold in the morning. I'm going to leave this a good long time because it looks as if I hadn't left the black long enough to cure, so that has blurred in a bit, but that might be a nice effect. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. See you tomorrow. Oh, please excuse the lighting, everyone. I couldn't wait till morning, and it's what time is it? It's getting on for 1 o'clock in the morning here. Because I figured this would be cured by now. I do love this 2-hour cure resin stuff. It is slightly bendy, but basically it's cured. There we go. Yeah, no, actually it's not bendy. Wow. Even in this weather. Right. Here we go, folks. Let's see. Need to do a little bit of a go around the edge here with a bit of a nail file or a deburring tool or whatever. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh! Oh my goodness. That is so cool. Now I'm sure I could have done better. But that is from the bottom of a bottle. Oh my goodness. Look how 3D it is. Yeah, I could have played about with different colours. I could have used some stuff that was more colour flippy. Goodness knows what. But anyway, I'm sorry about the light. It's a bit flashy, isn't it? There we go. Let me tip it to one side. That might be better. Look at that. Well, if like me, you found this whole concept that the bottle of a plastic bottle could be that good, please give me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Thank you very much. And you know where the buttons are if you want to subscribe or anything like that. By the way, if you want any of the glitter or the resin from Just For You online, don't forget to use my discount code. The link for that is down below. And actually also the same for the silicone that we use for the inlay from Let's Resin. We've got a discount code for that as well, all down below. Lovely. Well, I hope this gives you some funky ideas. Go for it, people. Please do show me what you do if you run with this one. I'm sure this would open up a lot of cool ideas. Anyway, I shall see you for the next video. And now I really am off to bed. Night night all.